times.
Absolutely. I'll be down at the tavern later tonight.
Sounds like a plan.
And Pim will go ahead and leave. He's gonna go do Pim stuff. Which really means spying on Palm.
Because that's not creepy.
It's not.
He would bow once more to Gothic, sitting in the corner eating. And you're welcome to stay the night here if you like.
I do want to note, you've been eating for 2 hours at this point, Aaron.
See, that's what I meant by fill me in on like what happened. I didn't know.
Yeah,
No.
no. About 2 hours had passed between,
Oh.
and you guys ended up, or when the Earl arrived, Baron arrived.
I didn't even know somebody arrived.
Yeah, the Baron of the town, Baron Thomas Drythay, arrived.
Oh.
He was the one who handed you the gold for your work.
Yeah. I'm not gonna stay here. He's gonna go. He'll just sleep like here.
What?
This isn't an actual map of the Priory. This is just a map that you happen to be on.
Yeah, well, I know, but like, there's no house. Like, the furthest he can get away from people without being noticed, which is oddly hard for an 8 foot tall dude.
Yeah, it kinda is.
Just nods in respect as the giant walks out of the priory.
I'm assuming he has to duck to get out the door too.
Yeah. If he doesn't, he would probably just sort of bonk his forehead on the beam.
Bonk.
Yeah. Huh. So yeah, I'll duck out the door. Literally.
Yep.
Well, he's not gonna stay anywhere in town because
Mm-hmm.
every bed is made for people like this size.
Yep.
So I'll just sleep somewhere where nobody else is. Like if there's a town park,
Yeah, there is a town park.
yeah, he'll sleep in the park.
Okay.
Because I'm sure the guards won't bother him. All he has to do is stand up.
Yeah, no, they're probably not going to bother him. Especially not since he effectively dealt with 4 people in 6 seconds that would have taken them probably a minute to deal with.
Yeah.
That story is going to slowly be blown out of proportion, by the way.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
Oh. He's gonna get attention that he doesn't want.
There
I
were
saw
like
him take
40
down
of them
8 armored knights.
on horseback.
It
Rumor
wasn't
has it he
horseback,
only used one finger.
and it was dragonback.
You need to just get a Zweihander at some point, and just run around with a Zweihander.
They do really crap damage. Otherwise, I would.
Wait, really? They exist in 4th edition?
Yeah, it's called a full blade.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they don't do the 2d8 points of damage that they did
No.
in 3.5?
I think they do. I think it's still a 1d10, but it's brutal too.
Oh, yeah.
I'd rather
An Executioner's Axe?
no a maul.
Oh, yeah, because you do 2d6.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's a brutal 2 without a feat needed.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Looks over the unconscious again ruffian.
Yeah.
See if he has any signs of waking up.
If he was administered some sort of awakening salve, he would be fit to wake up. Or if he's let to go the natural course, it might be another 10-20 minutes before he wakes up.
Tom runs back in, punches it. I'm kidding.
And then leaves again.
Yep, and then leaves again, just cause.
Just every time he's about to wake up, punch him.
Yeah. No, wait. After getting the new books that she's borrowed, she'll just come back, hit the ruffian over the head with a book on her way out, and go back to working on the building. I'm kidding. For now.
Yeah. But yeah, if you administered some sort of healing salve, or not healing salve, an awakening salve or an awakening oil, he'd be fit to come to.
Just give him smelling salts. Or
That's-
wave those under his nose.
That was basically what awakening salves are.
Yeah.
Except sometimes smell worse, which is really hard to do.
Okay, we would have some smelling salts.
You can bring him too. Do you let Sir Andis or any of the other knights know, or the Baron? They are still currently discussing things in the Priory.
Yes, I would walk in there and bow politely. My apologies for interrupting, but he's finally come to if you'd like to talk to him now.
Sir Andis will nod and he will motion to the Baron, and the two of them will follow you back into his area. The bandit, or the ruffian, is looking very nervous as, a fully armored knight, a priest of Palor, and the Baron of the town walk into his room. You're guessing if he didn't realize he was in trouble before, he has definitely realized it now.
You are in the Hillford Priory. I'm afraid your comrades didn't make it after their assault against my companions here. I would suggest you cooperate.
He
And then he kind of turned the questioning over to Andis if he wants to question.
he manages
Comrade punches him in the face.
he catches the one punch. He manages out a wordless nod to your suggestion, Crow, and he will look very nervously at Sir Andis and the Earl. Not Earl, Baron. Stupid English titles. And the Sir Andis will be the first to speak, and he will ask a question, the most important question. What does your group of bandits call yourselves? There's a little pause, and the ruffian ekes out a very, very minor and quiet answer, and Andis will, cup his ear and say, "What was that? Speak up." The ruffian will speak again louder this time and say, "We're called the Red Blades," and he will sort of roll back one of his longer sleeves, revealing a blade or a dagger tattooed along his wrist. The dagger itself is entirely red. I'll say we're the Red Blades, all of us. And when you join, you swear in, and you get this tattoo. It's a mark for life. And this will look at the ruffian and follow up his question with another. Did you know who you were attacking? And he will, the ruffian himself will shake his head and say, "No, we picked you because you looked like a group that all of us could take. We didn't pick you for anything other than that." Sir Andis will again follow up the question with, "So you didn't know that the Crown Princess of Orland was traveling with us as part of our envoy?" And at that, the ruffian goes completely pale, realizing the exact errors of what he has chosen to do with his life. He will shake his head wordlessly and look pale as a ghost. The Baron will speak up now and say, "We will take care of him as we do with other bandits. He will be dealt with." And Sir Andis nods and walks off silently back to his other knights. The Earl, or the Baron, will turn to you, Crow, and say, "See to it that he heals fully," at which point he will be turned over to the guards.
Just kind of nods and bows.
He will depart. We'll talk with Sir Andis for a few more moments and then leave the Priory. At which point, what are Pim and Palm doing for the rest of the evening?
Mom will more than likely be nose deep in a book of some kind.
Well, Pim just happened to be in the library looking up something, but now he's going to the tavern and he's just gonna have a few drinks down at the pub.
Okay. Gothic is sleeping, or trying to sleep through the night.
What was that?
Yeah.
I said
Yeah.
Gothic was trying to sleep through the
Oh,
night.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's sleeping in a park. Because he's too big for everything else.
So, you can arrive at the tavern, get a few drinks. Yeah. I'm assuming eventually Crow will arrive at the tavern.
Yeah, after his evening blessings and mass, he'll go out for the night and meet up with them in the tavern.
Okay.
So sitting down at the table next to him, he's like, I'm sorry to keep you waiting.
Oh, no sorry at all.
Would Pim be joining us tonight?
Probably not. You know how she gets with her books.
Palm.
Sorry, like I said, I keep getting you two mixed up.
So
I think they did that on
why?
purpose.
Yeah.
No, Dave did that.
I did nothing.
Okay, there you go. I turn your avatar back on, so I'm just confused. He'll wave away the waitress as she offers him a drink. Also, it's like, and as you were probably in a few drinks already. So what brought you here today?
To the tavern?
Well, that and the ceremony in general. I haven't seen you two in a long time.
It's always interesting. Seriously, I cannot talk like that. That is so ridiculous.
Don't worry about doing a voice. You don't
You
have to.
do it. Yes, you do. You have to do it.
God, it's so slow.
Yeah, no,
I'm not
don't.
talking
have
like
to
that.
do it.
Anyway, I'm like, it's not every day you get to see
Ah,
a procession. Is that the word?
Procession works, envoy works.
Yeah, it's not every day you get to see. Is it a royal one or?
While you didn't know that to begin with, it is now known that it is a royal procession.
Oh, well, we don't get that many big groups of followers coming into town, so it's always good to see new people coming in, and for it to be royalty, that just tops it. But while I'm here at the tavern, I had to fight a man today. It's not something I've had to do in a long, long time.
So, well, I can't relate to that myself, being tend not to walk that path myself. However, it was appreciated that you helped. These bandits, though, they've been very active as of late. There's got to be something going on with that.
Yeah. Might have to look into that.
Is their leader named Van Cleef?
No. Their leader is not Van Cleef.
What if the big fellow that took them all on by himself? Do you know anything about him?
Well,
Never
rumors
did get his name.
have it that many years ago, giants lived in the area. And even though we haven't seen any in a very long time, it could be that he's one of the few left in the area. I don't know why he came into town today of all days, but I'm glad he was.
Indeed, we were fortunate. I just wish there wasn't a need for it. The loss of life is regrettable, even if they were against us at this time.
I agree.
The one that Palm kept hitting, though, he'll pull through. However, I'm not sure what the Baron will do to him.
I think it's better that we don't know.
Had a strange tattoo. A new bandit group I've never heard of before.
Oh?
Red, was it Red Daggers?
The Red Blades.
Red Blades? And marking of a red blade tattoo on his arm.
You said on his arms?
Yeah, it was like on his wrist or something.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't bode well. Hopefully we can get some information from him.
Hopefully,
So
but
no.
So what are your plans, you and Palm? How long do you plan to stay in town?
Well, this is our home, and I'm assuming if Palm's anything like me, she'll do whatever it takes to keep home safe. So, I guess we're just gonna wait until I'm sure the Baron will make a decision tomorrow. In which case, if they need volunteers to go and search for the rest of these ruffians, we'll go.
You two were always very close, so I know she'd be tugging along with you no matter what. But I would feel worried about letting you two face this trouble alone, so I would be happy to lend my services to you.
And Pim's eyes kind of light up at the fact, and he says, I welcome it. We'll start an adventure.
Seems so. Still, before we leave, I would also talk to my father. You guys did grow up together. I'm sure he would want to see you as much as I did.
Absolutely.
Maybe if we could get Palm out of the library, she can say hi to him as well. He's been
I'm sure
very
we can-
busy as of late.
See, I'm sure we can persuade her there's good reasons to go out in the world. She is curious, after all.
Palm would show up at the tavern then, and she'd have a huge stack of books in her arms, like completely, like going over her head, and she's trying to like peer around the books to see where him and Father Crow are.
He just kind of shake his head. I'll need to have a talk with Maxwell about his lending policies.
Yeah, Palm could always talk him into letting her borrow more than, what's really necessary.
So as she like stumbles over to the table, I just like kind of smile towards her, even though she can't see us. It's like, just some light reading.
Yep, I'll have this read in the weekend.
So as I was telling Pim, you two should see my father. He's missed talking to you as well. I'm sure it would bring him back to his younger days if he saw some familiar faces.
Is your father well?
He is. However, the duties of an archbishop are a little taxing these days. You know of the catacombs which I speak of that are below the priory. It's his sole duty to keep them secure, and it's still quite a painful sight to go down there among all those dead, forgotten souls, just trying to put names to faces.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't think it was that bad down there.
It's just been taxing on them these days. And now with these new bandit raids, we've been having to stock our priory with more and more children and injured farmers who've been run off their land. The city itself is starting to feel a little crowded from all the country areas being taken over so easily. Our guards are quite thin at the moment, so we can't really deal with the threats. They just attack and hide in guerrilla tactics, so we've never really pinned them down. But now, coming right to the gates, I'm not sure if they knew who was accompanying that envoy, or if it was just a coincidence, but they are getting too bold.
Well, no one bothers Mr. Crow. Or you. So, not on my watch. We'd be happy to help. And she'd volunteer Pim, whether he wanted to or not.
And I'm like, yes, we'll help.
I thank you both for your assistance. I think I must turn in for the night. I still have a lot to do in the morning. How about we meet up at the Priory when the Baron makes his appearance? Probably around sometime after breakfast.
Sure thing. We should probably rest anyway.
Yeah.
It's been a long day.
I've got books to read.
Then I'll leave you to it. You two have a good night. And then you would get up
night.
and leave the tavern.
Well, the rest of the night will pass uneventfully. And I'm not even giving you a chance to go looking for trouble today. It just passes uneventfully. The next morning...
Hold on. Oh, I don't know how to do percentile. 21. 21's the age of trouble.
Nope, you do not find any trouble. Most of the townsfolk are shocked and awed about what has happened recently, so there's very little going on. They are safely tucked away in their houses, hoping that their doors and locks are secure enough. Those who are lucky enough to own locks are hoping that their locks are secure enough. Locks? Exceptionally expensive. But, the morning will come. As the morning does come, there are a few town criers going out. The point of news that the most interesting is a call for volunteers to go looking for the bandit group and to deal with them. There's a bounty involved with it too. There are some items that they've dug up from the treasury, and a sum of gold, a hefty sum of gold, to go with the bounty.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
There's a bounty going out against those bandits.
Oh, right, yeah.
There is a sum of gold that will be split among anyone who participates, and they've dug up some treasures of various sorts from the vaults to send or to give to anyone who helps complete the mission.
Let me see.
Sounds like my kind of adventure.
Yes, Crow would also be there.
You're coming? You're coming?
Well, I did take a vow of poverty, but any little bit that can help the Priory would be grateful.
I'm in fighting. There's probably going to be a lot.
I'm not going to let you two go out by yourselves. Besides, he like walks from behind like a stable. He's like, I gotta give my new horse some training. you see like this brown horse. He's like, his name's Carl, and he kind of like pats him on the side.
Like, where did you get Carl?
I found him grazing out of the fields one day. It's very odd to see that he had a name on the side of his empty saddle, and on a hunch I happened to speak fluent giant. So I lured him over, and we've been together ever since.
He talks to you?
No, he just seems to have kind of an understanding thing.
Hmm.
Yeah, Carl's adventures are many. Just time to
Carl's
save his orphans
adventures?
from the fire.
Carl's adventures could fill up a D&D campaign by itself.
Now I'm really curious how far he ended up coming from Caber to there.
Adrian's watching The Biggest Loser and bawling her eyes out.
What?
They're so fat, it makes me sad.
No, they all have sob stories. Like, I weigh 400 pounds because my wife died. I just replaced her in bed with food.
That's how a lot of it goes. It's that or a terrible injury at some point when they were in a developmental age.
Yeah, so she's over there just crying. She's trying to cry quietly.
We're a glandular problem.
Anyway,
So Carl traveled 8,000 miles to get here.
Yep. Most of it was over the ocean.
and I would walk
That doesn't stop
8,000
it.
miles, and I would walk 8,000 more.
I suppose that's 30% different enough. If this gets content ID matched, though, I'm blaming you.
You shouldn't blame me. You should thank me, because that means I'm good at singing.
Yeah.
They're really bad.
So, I'm Pim. Pim will look around and be like, I wonder when the Baron will be making his speech. Or did he already make it and I just missed it?
He has not made a speech. When he does, it'll basically just be the same thing that the criers are telling. And that,
Okay.
you know, he plans on putting an end to this banditry, this lawlessness.
Where is this speech taking place?
Town center.
I was hoping it was in the park, so he'd wake up and there's just people all around him.
Well, I mean, the town center is exceptionally close to the park. Like, they're pretty much are next to each other.
He just wakes up like, why does this keep happening to me?
He just wakes up, why are there so many people here? Why are there children pointing at me?
They're very sticky. They look extremely gross.
There are people filtering through the park. There are a lot of people, you know, sort of astounded by you being in the park.
See, he's gonna have a look on his face now, like they're like, oh my god, what's he doing in the park? And the thought in his head is, it's like me going into your house and going, oh my god, what's a person doing in here? Fucking sleep here.
Yep.
So I guess we all end up gathering at the center.
I guess so.
What's that?
That's going to be a token for the Baron in case I ever need it again. Who knows, I might.
Baron von Winklevoort.
Hey, Dr.
Token for Van Cleef.
You're not getting a Van Cleef token because there is no Van Cleef token.
But Van Cleef.
Dr. Baron von Evil Satan. Eventually the Baron will show up and he will begin his speech. As many of you have heard, yesterday a group of knights from our beloved allied kingdom of Orlon were attacked on their way here and attacked inside of our city gates. I am going to put an end to this. I am offering a bounty of 1,000 gold split among all who participate to find and kill the leader and most of, or as many of this group as possible of bandits. I will not settle for this lawlessness. I understand that the rest of the country might be falling apart, but I will not stand for lawlessness within my country, or within my county. I will see this end here and now. And with that, he will step down from his little soapbox. Short, sweet, and to the point.
He has like a pile of soapboxes nearby, each one labeled as something different.
When do we sign up?
A crier will come about, saying, hey, go to the town hall, and anyone who wants to sign up can go there.
So I look at Palm and I look at Palm and Father Crow. I'm like, to the town hall?
You just nod. So, yep, I guess we're going to the town hall.
Tom's already like ahead of you guys. She's already going that way.
Of course she is. So yeah, I look at Father Crow and I'm like, alright, let's get Palm and go. And I look away and like Palm's halfway down the road. I'm like, ugh, every time.
And so we make our way to the town.
Yep. There are not many people here looking to sign up. There are about 3 others other than yourselves. Looks like mostly people who might have at one point had military training, or people who have some amount of rudimentary training, or, oh my god, why are you zipping your token back and forth? But it is not as big of a turnout as you thought it might have been. Gothak, what are you doing?
Not going there.
So you're just going to avoid the plot entirely?
Well, no, he doesn't want to be paid to kill people again. And his house isn't in danger.
Just make the bandit camp at his house.
That's what I was waiting for him to do. Like, Gothak gets back there at home, and the bandits are there. Like,
They're like, mighty fine place you got here. Be a shame if it burnt down.
and then they all die. So yeah, like gold, he doesn't need. What other incentive? His house isn't in danger. And question mark, profit.
Your house isn't in danger yet.
That's what.
I'm
That,
sure
no, I know.
As we begin chasing the bandits.
And in the distance, you just see this plume of black smoke rising in the hills, indicating that his house is being reduced to ash as we speak.
I will begin with what I'm about to say with, I am impressed you are not playing a murder hobo. Yeah.
Oh.
A murder hobo.
Why would it be a murder hobo?
Yeah, you couldn't be a murder hobo. You do actually own property. But no, the average D&D character is a murder hobo. They own no land and just wantonly kill.
I'm the complete opposite.
Yeah.
I have a house, and I don't want to kill people.
I
I'm
don't
an NPC.
I don't want to blow up your house again.
Yeah, and Palm and Pim own a house, but it looks more like a crowded science lab with like traps and gadgets and all kinds of crazy shit hanging out everywhere because Palm is paranoid.
And then of course, the magical spell components that I don't need, and tombs and stuff
Wait,
like
you have tombs just laying around?
Yeah, why not?
Doesn't everybody?
The word is tome.
No, he said tomb. He means tomb.
Yeah, like tombstones.
Ow.
Put words in his mouth.
What?
What? You know how many people I help bury? I need tombstones. Just call them tombs.
Because of your failed military career.
I never had a failed military career.
Exactly. Never even got started.
He made it all
I
the way
can't
to
help it,
private.
our parents ran away.
He made it all the way to
Door.
private.
Turns up.
I'm just like crying in the town square.
No, cry in the voice you were doing. Like, too fast, too fast. It's like slow motion crying. The tears are slow and everything.
I guess I'll just go cut myself again.
All right, Trent.
I tried
wanna
to
play
channel
Trent.
my inner Eeyore.
You came across as Trent.
No. I'm the Eeyore as a group. That's what he is. He's a large, depressed man.
Maybe you should go on Biggest Loser.
Oh, that's what he is. Except he's really good, but he hates what he's really good at.
So Adrian can cry for you.
He's just stuck in like, it's like it's like, well, do what you're good at. It's like, but what I'm good at hurts people.
Don't cry for me. I'm already dead.
Just to like hack somebody up.
Do it for the right reasons, then.
He doesn't want to hurt anybody.
Even if you're being challenged to death,
See,
you're not gonna fight for your life.
You're not gonna fight for your right to party?
it depends what kind of party it is. Is it like one of those 80s dress-up parties?
Yes.
No, it's
No.
hookers and blow.
Mm. We'll
I like how
see.
you even think that's a choice. It's like, sign me up to kill.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're going to sign up. Oh yeah, wait, we're already there. There are other people there. So, I kind of look at them and... Do I know these people? I'm 87 years old. I feel like I should know everybody in town.
You've met them all
Yeah.
at least once.
Like, I knew their grandparents most likely, so...
Mm-hmm.
But like, I used to change your
Yeah,
daddy's
we-
diapers.
I was gonna say, we were probably here before a majority of their parents were even born.
Yeah. So, I'm gonna look at them and I'm like, you don't have to do this. We'll go out. We'll handle this. You've done more than enough for this town. You should stay here, stay safe.
By the way, your wife is having an affair. Bye!
God damn!
And then the slow crying starts again.
She ratted me out.
About the only reason you know that these people are motivated to be here is that 1,000 gold, even split, 10 ways, is more money than most of them will see in their life. This is a lot of
Yeah.
money.
Now they look at you like you're a greedy bitch. Good job.
I'm
Hey,
like,
I'm not the one cheating on my wife.
there's a cash reward? I did not know that.
Yep, it's 1,000 gold split between all participants. Evenly among all participants.
Except
Tom's
for the
just in it to kick some
participants
butt,
who don't
so-
want gold. In which case it
Gold
goes
would
to
really
the
help her
sorcerers.
research.
You guys love talking at the same time.
That's what we do as sister and brother. Pim and Pom, Pom and Pim.
Okay.
He flunked out of boot camp.
Anytime she talks, I will talk.
God damn it.
We're gonna have to
So
start doing
what information do we have on the bandits' location?
Oh right, I'm taking notes.
They know, or what they've managed is to discover, or pin down a rough area within about a full day's walk of here that they have a camp. The ruffian gave up a rough location, but, it's a bit difficult to pinpoint it down exactly, as there is a lot of wooded lands around here. It is about a full day's travel from here, so it is about 24 miles.
Wait, what's 24 miles?
The likely location of the bandit camp. The ruffian will, note that with the lack of reappearance by him and his companions, they might begin packing up and moving.
Oh, true.
But, we'll say that is the best place to at least start looking.
So, these 3 other people,
Mm-hmm.
are they not getting the hint? Like, get out of here, son. This is the A team.
Oh.
SEAL Team 6. Get on my level.
One of them is
Mama would
determined.
just do the classic horror story trope, and she'd be like, "We should all split up." We cover more ground that way.
I go with the girls.
So your sister?
Yeah. It's different in an elven society.
Not that different. They will, most of them will eventually depart. One of them does appear to be very, intent on joining, though. His
I
name?
look at him and I'm like, do you want to come with us? Do you want to come with us?
He will nod and say yes. His name is not Robert Paulson. It is Sterry, Stery. His parents must have hated him. He's got a glaive. He's carrying a glaive with him.
Leave.
He's got some rough leather, boiled leather jerkin, stuff like that. Simple armor. Armor does not look like it was made for him, though.
Ooh, I can make it fit.
That would be greatly appreciated.
Yep, Tom can actually take people's armor and adjust it to size.
Alright, so I guess we should probably head out today so we can try to catch them before they move.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
What time is it now?
At this point, it is about 9 in the morning. With minimal amounts of rest time, you could probably get there right as dusk is falling.
Yeah, I was gonna say we should probably leave in like a half hour. Like go pack and let's go.
Mm-hmm.
We could always set up a trap too, since most, cloak and dagger stuff takes place after sunfall. Then perhaps we could set up some kind of decoy that they go for, and then spring them.
That's Palm, always figuring out ways to get into trouble.
Not trouble. Clever.
Trouble's trouble.
Well, this is a good point to take a break, so we'll be back in 10 minutes or so.